Welcome back to our Disneyland Hotel Diaries. We're here to do the legwork for you, helping you find that perfect home base for your Disney trip. And finding the right hotel, well, it can be a real challenge. I mean, let's be real. When you're planning that magical trip, picking the hotel can be one of the most stressful parts. There's so many options, and the prices, they can get pretty wild pretty fast. So today, we are taking a really close look at a super popular, budget-friendly option that's right there in the middle of all the action, the Anaheim Islander Inn and Suites. So let's dive in and see if this could be the right spot for you. All right, here is our game plan for this one. We're going to cover the location lowdown, then take a peek inside the room. After that, we'll weigh the perks versus the quirks, give you our final verdict, and wrap it up with some pro tips for your stay. First off, and you know this is a big one, location, location, location. For any Disneyland trip, this can seriously make or break your entire experience, not to mention your wallet. So is the Islander Inn a golden ticket when it comes to convenience? Okay, this is probably the hotel's biggest selling point. It's just a 10 to 15-minute walk to Disneyland's main gate. In Anaheim, that is a huge deal. It means you can just pop back to your room for a midday nap or a quick swim without messing with shuttles or, heaven forbid, the parking garage. It's an absolute game changer. And check this out. It's not just about being close to the parks. You are literally surrounded by conveniences. You've got a Walgreens and a CVS right there for snacks, water, sunscreen, whatever you forgot. You've got Starbucks and IHOP for breakfast, and dinner spots like the Cheesecake Factory are just a few minutes away. This saves you so much time and money. Okay, so the location. That's a definite win. But what about the room itself? You know, the place you're going to crash after walking 10 miles through the parks. Let's see what the comfort and the basics are really like. So here are two features that guests are constantly talking about in their reviews. On the left, you can see a lot of the rooms have been updated with that modern wood flooring, which just feels way cleaner, you know? And on the right, this is a big one for families. They have family suites with bunk beds. A huge plus when you need that extra space but are trying to stick to a budget. And yes, every single room comes standard with these two essentials, a mini fridge and a microwave. For anyone trying to save a little cash on food by bringing your own breakfast or snacks, having these in the room is basically non-negotiable. And the Islander totally delivers here. So what's the general feeling from guests? Well, the two words you see over and over and over again in reviews are clean and comfortable. And honestly, after a long day at the park, a clean room and a comfy bed are exactly what you need, right? It sounds like the Islander really nails the basics. Plus, the fact that they still offer daily maid service is a really nice touch. Hey, real quick, we're about to get into the pros and cons, which is kind of where the rubber meets the road. If you're finding this breakdown helpful for your trip planning, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe and like button. It really helps us out, and make sure you won't miss any of our future hotel deep dives. Okay, now for the most important part. Let's be honest, every hotel has its trade-offs. So it's time to get real and weigh the good against the, well, not so good. Let's talk perks versus quirks at the Anaheim Islander Inn. On the perks side, free parking in Anaheim, that is a huge money saver. Reviewers are constantly raving about how friendly and helpful the staff is. The overall value for what you get is fantastic. And again, those family suites are a major draw. Now for the quirks. The breakfast is basic. Think packaged muffins, oatmeal. It's a classic motel with outside hallways, not a fancy resort. And yeah, some people say the parking spots can be a little tight. The main thing to remember is, this is not a luxury hotel. You know, this quote from a recent guest just sums it up perfectly. This is not a 5-star hotel, it is a motel. This place exceeded my expectations. It's all about setting the right expectations. If you think of this place as your clean, convenient base camp for a Disney adventure, not the adventure itself, you will probably be very, very happy. All right, let's bring it all home. We've looked at the location, the rooms, the big pros, the little cons. So what is the final verdict? Who is the Anaheim Islander Inn really for? This hotel is pretty much perfect for a few types of people. First, the hardcore park goer, the person who's there from rope drop to fireworks and just needs a clean, safe place to crash. Second, families on a budget who need that sweet life without the resort price tag. And finally, it is a total home run for anyone who values walkability and free parking way more than a fancy pool or a spa. And hey, if you decide this is the place for you, we've gone ahead and pulled a few pro tips from past guest reviews to make your stay even smoother. First off, call ahead and see if you can park your car early. One guest mentioned doing this, which allowed them to walk right over to the park on their first day and save that hefty Disney parking fee. Second, since the breakfast is what one reviewer called a carb show, which is hilarious, maybe bring some protein bars or grab yogurt from the CVS to round it out. And finally, use that friendly staff. They're known for being super helpful, so don't be shy about asking for tips or recommendations. So at the end of the day, it really all boils down to this one simple question. For your Disney trip, is saving a good chunk of money worth a 15-minute walk and a pretty basic breakfast? That's the trade-off, and only you can decide if it's the right one for your vacation. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer.